Hey, want to hear a joke about trickle-down economics? Oh, nah, 99% of you wouldn't get it. What you will get is a story about some shitty fiscal policy called the Stage 3 tax cuts. When the previous coalition government were in power, they had this idea to rework our tax system, and they called it the Personal Income Tax Plan. It was split into 3 stages, and back in 2019, Labor said Stage 3 was a bad idea because these tax cuts overwhelmingly favoured those on the highest incomes. In fact, people who earn over $180,000 are going to get almost half of the sum of these tax cuts, which works out to be over $9,000 a year in benefit. And on the other side of the coin, the bottom 20% of taxpayers will get absolutely nothing. So, lots of money to the people who need it the least, and zip to the people who are struggling the most. Labor passed the personal tax plan because they were in favour of stages 1 and 2, but pledged to repeal stage 3 if they won the election, which they did not. But now they've won the 2022 election and are in government, so surely they will repeal them now, right? They were a bad idea in 2019, but they're an even worse idea now that government debt has exploded and cost of living is through the roof. Well, after their defeat in 2019, they binned a heap of their policies, and one of them was repealing the Stage 3 tax cuts. So now their line is that they made a promise to keep them, and they want to stick to their promises. Okay, yeah, sure, that's very noble of them. But surely the $243 billion that these will cost could be better spent. Instead of lining the pockets of the wealthiest people, we could ease cost of living pressures by making health or education cheaper. We could invest in renewables and help Australia reduce its emissions. And this is not just me. Australia Institute research shows that 3 in 5 Australians would rather our government adapt its economic policy to suit changing circumstances, even if that means breaking a promise, rather than sticking to a promise regardless of how economic circumstances have changed. And guess what? Twice as many people think that Labor should repeal Stage 3 than those who want it to remain. So if you agree, add your name to our petition calling on the government to scrap these unfair, fiscally irresponsible Stage 3 tax cuts.